Oh my god, EA are actually giving us free stuff for Christmas. Modric, Dembele, Rashford, so easy to complete. Okay, he is 90 rated, maybe Dembele's easier. Okay, fine, Rashford's only 81, he's got to be easy. No. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to a nice Road to Glory episode 36. Got a new team on the go, as you can see. As I spoke previously about my buying this team, apologies, in the last episode, waiting until Monday time, I saved myself about 100k. Which is just one of the ways to trade, because I'm not particularly interested in Foot Champions anymore this year. I don't like the game when you play it in there. It's very boring. It's competitive, but it's not fun competitive. People won't attack. There's too many people that just play park the bus, counter attack, and completely ruin the game for me. But alas, at least EA are introducing new concepts, like the squad building challenges. They're really easy to complete and don't cost an absolute ton. I'm happy I did Prolo because he fits my team and I really like him, and for me he, alongside Marquisio and Nainggolan, is the best centre mid in the Serie A. He's very well rounded and he can do it all, and I'm very happy with him. But the other ones they've released, like Dembele, I could get him in instead of Zlatan at CM. I think Dembele costs between 150 and 200k at the moment, but what's the point? I could just buy Zlatan for 300k and then I can resell him if I want to and get someone else. Whereas if I get Dembele, that's 200k gone. I then have to use Dembele forever, which is really annoying because I want these cards. They're really nice cards. They're not the biggest of upgrades, but you know, they're purple. And Dembele is actually a player I love on this game. I really want him to get a Team of the Season card like he had last year, which was incredible. I had him and Dele Alli as my two outside centre mids in the false 9, and they were both phenomenal because they were so well rounded and big and tall, which just made them unstoppable. Those are the sort of players I like in my false 9 centre mids, hence Zlatan at CM, which some of you might be questioning, but he does a good job there. He's got good passing, 6'5", wins the ball in the air, got a cracking long shot, got enough pace for centre mid. I don't think he's got enough pace for up front, even in the false 9. He's just a bit too slow to go, and he's quite a heavy turner, which is fine in midfield, but up front you want a bit more agility, which is why I prefer Pogba as my false 9, who is absolutely phenomenal. But what I'm hoping is EA will see the backlash from these SBCs, because they are obviously there for EA to make money, to encourage people to open packs so they get coins and are able to afford the players they need, because, you know, like 4 Team of the Weeks, whatever, 20k each, then the 87 rated team, you're looking at about 150k each player. You know, it's what, 450 to 500k a day because of these free cards? Who's collecting those? Surely you can't. And it's the problem of waiting out, because if you've got, say, 4 informs, I've got a couple in my club, you've got 4 informs, a player comes up you want, but you know that there's another player that might come up that you want. For example, I think we're going to see a Bellerin on the 24th, an SBC Bellerin. Although he doesn't fit my team, I think to get that SBC Bellerin, I would just be willing to use Smalling on 7 Chem, because I like Bellerin that much, quite simply. And that would be that, and I'd be happy with that, unless they make the requirements ridiculous, which, going by current standards, they're going to. It's going to be, you're going to need 76 informs, we'd like your firstborn child, we'll have your left eyeball, and 500,000 coins, please. That should cover us for an SBC Bellerin. That's about all we need for one card. It's not too much to ask for, is it? It's bloody ridiculous. Who makes up... All I think of when I see this is the Kermit the Frog meme, We've got EA, and then they're saying, oh, let's do something nice for Futmas in EA. Let's spoil it and charge loads of money for it. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I've come back to the game and I'm enjoying it again. This team's very nice, by the way. I'll drop a squad builder on it. It's obviously, if you haven't got Parolo, he can be interchanged for any Italian player or Juventus player. But it's very nice. Latan works out really well at CM. Bonucci's actually really good. I chose him over Chiellini and Barzagli purely for the passing, because I've come to a point now where I like my centre-backs to be able to step out and play with the ball, which is where Smalling falls down a bit. He's very good going back and defending and in the air and all that jazz. But coming out of defence, he's a little bit lacklustre compared to Bonucci. But we won the thing, we're qualified for the weekend league, which I may play this weekend. Possibly. I know it's Christmas weekend, but I may try and hammer out all 40 games on Friday. Just sit down for one long arse session. This will be the first weekend league I've played in a while, to be fair. I'm probably rusty and I probably won't do too well. I'm going to aim for all 40 games, but when I get gold free, it's likely I'll stop because I just can't be bothered. Once I get to gold free, I kind of lose all interest in it. It's, you know, you're automatically qualified again. You get semi-decent rewards for gold free. It's nowhere near as good as, say, getting elite free or gold 1 or anything, but it's still okay. And that's where it dies for me. But I want to ask you guys, are you investing ahead of time for potential SBC players that are coming up? Because they're obviously going in number order now, which is why I think I've probably missed the boat, in fairness. I said to do this investment in the high rated players the day the first ones came out, and I imagine they're all really expensive now and I can't be bothered. I don't care enough anymore. EA have really priced me out of it entirely. I have no interest in any of these anymore unless like an exceptional one comes up. But I haven't checked the numbers of players. I can't be bothered trying to pre-guess what EA are going to do anymore, because they might just do something incredibly different now. After all the backlash, they might start dropping ones that are cheap, ones that are sort of in the middle price range, say anywhere from 50 to 100k, and then those that are more than 100k. If they did that, that was fine. If they had that pricing system, one player, his average price will be less than 50k, the other one 50 to 100, the other one 100 plus, anywhere up to whatever they buy, because we've seen with the Aubameyang, which was like 500k, which was stupid. If anyone did that, that is just not for me. And this is why, look at this goal from Pogba, by the way. Lovely little bit of skill. Bang, long shot. That's something this team has in abundance as well. Long shots all over the park. Parolo's incredible at them. Zlatan is, so is Pogba. Straight through the middle, you've got 3 amazing long shot takers with 3 little tricky wingers. But I need to remind you, make sure you're logging into the web app or the companion app every day, because although EA are normally stingy and drop out about 200 coins, which has been the average, I think I've got 500, 1,000 and 5,000 now, which is 5,000 is not to be sniffed at. That's a good amount of coins. That's what, close to holding Division 1? What do you get for that? 7,000 coins? So that's 5,000 coins for doing absolutely jack shite. So make sure you're getting in on there, because free coins, isn't it? Free coins is free coins. Nobody complain about that. We were playing in this knockout tournament and none of the games were overly challenging. There was one guy who came up in the final, I think, of the tournament, as you've just seen. He was incredibly good at attacking, terrible at defending. I've never seen someone on FIFA like it. It was literally like when you were running against him, trying to attack him, a different player was playing. Going forwards, he was so good. He was really tricky on the ball, really good dribbler, good at passing, patient, waited for the right passes, but defending, it was like playing someone without hands. It was genuinely phenomenal. I've never come up against something like that. Maybe we'll come up against this guy here. This was a decent little team, but this game is the prime example of me being a dick. I was better than this guy. I knew I was. I go 1-0 up here. Pogba, nice little fake shot, driven shot to the far post, fantastic. But I don't close games out when I'm up against someone bad. Like there, I saw that run about 20 minutes before it happened, in all honesty. I just didn't bother to switch to climb because I didn't think my opponent would pick out that pass. I thought he was too bad to do it. And then look at this for Smalling. What an awesome defender. And he actually swipes it across, which was unusual. I wasn't expecting that at all. Credit to him. I don't think he meant to do that, but if he did, that was that. And we went into extra time against this guy. But like I said, I was never particularly worried. This is the one downside of Zlatan at CM, no stamina. Although I started the game, I think, with probably like low 90s anyway. At the end of the game, he was dead, as were most of the players. But we wrap things up there with Pogba. 8 wins in a row, 2 of these tournaments, knockout daily tournaments. I know they're not the most challenging of things, and Warriors are made in the weekend league, blah 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 blah. Nobody really cares, but we get free packs. So, and it's easier and less stressful than divisions. And of course, one rare player, it's bound to be bad. Actually, it's not too shabby. Renato Sanchez from a free pack. You know, you can't complain about that. That made me quite happy. He'll go on my bench, definitely. He'll be an impact sub for this weekend league. But if there are any players, any SBCs coming up you'd like me to review, let me know. I will do my best to get them and get them out to you. Other than that, that's where we're going to end it for today. Let me know what you think about the Futmas as well, whether you think it's a complete rip-off. And I will talk to you later.